Hey, Josie, can you help me set up the Instagram live? So I have it set up on, it's live right now, but I don't have Instagram.
I'll show you how to do it too because I mean, tomorrow or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So you just go to this edit zone,
Yep.
and then you're gonna click Instagram, and then you just have to go to Instagram. Password.
And once I sign in on Instagram, I should sign in.
Yeah, then it'll just be in your stash of accounts you can switch to.
My head's stronger though. Yes. That's true.
So the password is Instagram 2020 exclamation point. That's not so bad. Okay, so then you go to the okay, so create live video, and then you switch to public, and then here it'll give you the name of the event that you can just copy paste into this spot. It's got a glare, so it won't be annoying. And then stream key. Yeah, so you copy the stream key, you put it here, and then you save changes, and then oh, okay, so we're live now.
Yeah, I have it live.
And it should pop up. So there you have it now, and then once that image is there, you can say go live.
It's live, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Existe un momento de un día en que pueda apartarte de mí. El mundo parece distinto cuando no estás junto a mí. No brilla melodía en que no surjas tú, ni yo quiero escucharla si no la escuchas tú. Días convertidos parte de mí, amar, ya nada me consuela. Si no estás tú también, vaya allá de tus labios, de estrellas, digo en la distancia, amado mío, esto es que te has de tus labios, de tu soledad, estrella, oh, contigo en la distancia.
Hey folks, Brittany, come back up here quick. So explain to folks the name of the song and the meaning behind the song.
So my name is Brittani Senser. I am new to SAVE. I started in June. My role is Director of Education and Training. This song is about being with someone in the distance and the love that someone is crying out to people in the distance, even though they're not with us in physical form, they're somewhere out there. So this contigo en la distancia, that I am with you in a distance.
Fabulous. Big round of applause for Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. So thanks for being here today for our Save, Heal, Help Heal Hope World Suicide Prevention Day program. All week this week, we have a series of conversations taking place online as well on all of our social media platforms, focusing on conversations about how organizations and individuals and suicide loss survivors are all coming together to make an impact and make a difference in helping to raise awareness about suicide and what each of us can do to help make an impact in saving lives through suicide prevention. So this program today is really a brief program opportunity for us to share a little bit with those of us who are watching online, as well as those of you who are here with us in person, about some of the work that's going on, not just with SAVE, but with other organizations and folks who are helping to lead this fight to make sure that we all work together to help, heal, and hope. And so with that, I would love to bring up Bloomington Mayor Tim Busse, who's going to read a proclamation from the city of Bloomington. Please welcome the mayor.
Thank you so very much. Brittany, that was wonderful. That was beautiful. Thank you so very much for that. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tim Busse. I have the honor and the privilege of serving as the mayor of the city of Bloomington, and it truly is very special to be invited to this program today. So thank you so very much for including me in this. Thank you for the opportunity to read the proclamation that we officially proclaimed last night at the city council meeting, and thank you for letting me be part of all this. I really do appreciate it. I tell folks, like all organizations, the city of Bloomington, we've got a mission statement, and our city staff who have heard this before, and I see them rolling their eyes already because I talk about this a lot. Our mission statement in Bloomington is to cultivate an enduring and remarkable community where people want to be. To cultivate an enduring and remarkable community where people want to be. And it's a lot of words, it's got a lot of word salad, and I like to point out to people the importance of a couple of words, and in particular the word cultivate. Because cultivate is an action verb. You work, it's to make things better, to help things grow. And if you're a gardener in Minnesota, and I'm a gardener, you know the importance of cultivation, because without cultivation, nothing grows in Minnesota. You just don't dig a hole and drop a plant in and expect it to grow. You have to pick the correct plant. You've got to fertilize, you've got to weed and water and so on. You've got to cultivate a garden to make it grow if you're working in Minnesota. And if you want to grow an enduring and remarkable community where people want to be, it takes some significant cultivation. And when we think about cultivation in that term, in that sense, this is what we're talking about. This is the cultivation that we're talking about, creating a community where people understand the need for advocacy, creating a community where people understand the need for support and for education and training on difficult subjects like losing a family member to suicide. And so it's groups like SAVE, it's organizations like this, it's people like you and events like this. They're an important part of the cultivation that we're talking about. So thank you. Thank you to SAVE. Thank you to the board members here. Thank you to all who are participating in this. It is very important, and I appreciate the time and the effort and the work that you're putting into this effort. So thank you so very much. And with that, that's enough talking. And I'm happy to read the proclamation for National Suicide Prevention Week, which is the 8th through the 14th of this month. And of course, National Suicide Prevention Month, September of 2024. Whereas, suicide is a major public health issue that requires vigilant attention and preventative action, with 815 Minnesotans dying by suicide in 2023. And whereas each death by suicide directly impacts numerous family members, friends, loved ones, and by extension, the entire community. And whereas the City of Bloomington is committed to ensuring that those in need have access to services by healthcare providers trained in best practices to reduce suicide risk, and to reducing the stigma associated with using behavioral health treatment or losing a loved one to suicide. And whereas the Bloomington Public Health Division is leading a community health assessment with a focus on mental health, working with community partners and engaging residents to identify barriers and resources. And whereas the City of Bloomington recognizes organizations such as Suicide Awareness Voices of Education, SAVE, and our own internal Bloomington Cares team for their efforts in educating the public and providing services for those at risk. And whereas the month of September is recognized as Suicide Prevention Month, and September 8th through the 14th, recognized across the United States as Suicide Prevention Week. Now therefore, I, Mayor Tim Busse, do hereby proclaim September as Suicide Prevention Month, and September 8th through the 14th as National Suicide Prevention Week in the City of Bloomington, Minnesota. And I call upon the people of Bloomington to observe this month and week by working with your families, friends, neighbors, co-workers, and leaders to become more informed of mental health issues that contribute to suicide. Dated this 9th day of September, 2024. Once again, congratulations on the work that you're doing. Thank you for the important work that you do. And Erich, thank you so very much.
Mayor, thank you. Thanks so much. Mayor, thanks so much. We'll tell you that as an organization that works on suicide prevention, it really takes a village to make an impact and make a difference. That village starts in communities like Bloomington, where leaders like Mayor Busse are out here making sure that they're having a voice and being advocates for the kind of work that SAVE does. It's also folks like Kevin Kluesner, who's here from the City of St. Joseph, City Council member, who I know that this is an issue that's personally important to him, but also to the community that he serves. And so before we go any further, I want to make a couple of quick introductions. We have two SAVE board members here, Kluesner and Brian Hubbard. You guys raise your hand. Thank you for being here. I also want to introduce the SAVE team. We have Margaret Bondell, who is our business manager here. We've got Josie Jerezik, who is our communications and marketing manager. We've got Jen Owens, who is our director of programs. You all met Brittani over here, who is our director of education and training. And we have a new team member who's here with us, Morgan Shelley, who's here with our Vista AmeriCorps program. So we're thrilled to have her here. And one other team member who's not here with us today, Autumn Lemieux. But each of them, every single day, brings heart and soul to this work and to this mission, and makes it a part of their passion project every single day, 365 days a week. So thrilled to have them here. That's 365 days a year, not a week. That would be a long year. With that, what we'd like to do is we've got a little program here. We're going to invite you up to read the name of someone that you may have lost to suicide. You come grab the microphone if you'd like to come up here. I think most of you may have a heart name here. Please come forward. I'll give you the microphone. You can say that person's name, and then feel free to share those hearts here. And so we've got somebody who wants to get us started here with reading a name. Brittani, how about we start with you?
I put the name of my daughter, Aria Joy Senser, who died by suicide at the age of 13 in 2019. So this is in honor of Aria Joy. Anybody else that wants to come up and put names?
I actually have a few names here that I want to share for folks that wanted us to. Leilani, Oliver, Christina, and Lita. Anybody else want to come up?
My uncle, Casey Glost.
Does anybody else want to join us here?
I added a heart in memory of my cousin Chris.
Amy?
My son Paul. My husband John.
My uncle Gary, my brother Caleb, my cousin Tyler, my cousin Ben, my cousin Jacob.
My son Mark. My sister Amy Kluesner, 1985. My brother Michael Kluesner in 1997. And with Amy's death, our parents, both of my parents, started SAVE back in 1989.
Thanks, Kevin. And earlier I added my friend from 45 years ago from Fairmont, North Dakota, who is my best friend and whose memory and who he was and his impact has remained with me 45 years later, Alan, Jane's son. So thank you for those of you who wanted to share those names. If you want to do that later by yourself, please feel free to come up and do that. And now I want to bring Brittani back up. She's already here, and she's going to perform the song "Which Way" by Brittani Senser and Aaron Cosgrove.
I wrote this in 2009 about the idea of someone that I knew who had lost a daughter to cancer. And in 2009, my daughter would have been 3 years old. I never would have thought that I would have a personal connection, a real personal connection to the song. So this is for you, Aria. I've never sang this song, so if I can't get through it, spare me. So I lock my tears away. So far they can't escape. Traces of you leave footprints behind. I'll set my dreams for you aside and live as if they never died. Traces of you leave footprints behind. I'll set my dreams for you aside. And inside out, the feeling is turning. Outside in, the feeling is burning. From below, my feet start to tremble. I don't know. Inside out, the feeling is turning. Outside in, the ceiling is burning. From below, my feet start to tremble. I don't know which way to go. Through pain, we reveal the truth. So blessed just to know you. I'll take the best and put the rest aside. I'll live in your light, just one step behind. Inside out, the feeling is burning. Outside
I don't think it was an accident that the sun came out right there, Brittany. I think Ari is there, very proud of her mom. So thank you for doing that, sharing that with us, and that song and those words, and that meeting, and that talent. And speaking of talent, I'd like to have come up here and speak a little bit. You know, we talk a lot about the work that we do. And so that work that we do, a lot of that is led by our Director of Programs, Jen Owens. And so I'd like to have her come up here and share with you a little bit some of the things that we're working on. So you give a sense of the scope and scale of what we're trying to do every single day to help save lives and prevent suicide.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today as we gather for a cause that is not only important, but also deeply personal to so many. Today, on World Suicide Prevention Day, we stand united in our commitment to raise awareness, encourage meaningful action, and work toward a future where fewer lives are lost to suicide. I also want to use this time together today to share 4 critical pillars that guide our efforts in preventing suicide here at SAVE: education, training, advocacy, and support for suicide loss survivors. These are not just strategies, they are lifelines that can help us build safer, more resilient communities. The first pillar in suicide prevention at SAVE is education. Too often, suicide is a topic shrouded in stigma and silence. Many people simply don't know that they can help prevent suicide. They may not be aware of the warning signs, or if they are, they may not know how to talk about it. Education is about changing all of that. It's about creating a common understanding that we can all help prevent suicide. Through SAVE's education presentations, we teach people how to recognize the warning signs of suicide. These signs, such as changes in behavior, withdrawal from loved ones, or talking about feeling hopeless, are just a few signals that someone needs help. Knowing these signs can be the first step in saving a life. Whether it is at school or in the workplace, one of the most powerful things we can do is normalize conversations with loved ones, with our friends, family members, or even our coworkers around the less glamorous aspects of life. We teach that there is value in fostering open discussions about mental health, about life stressors, and about challenges that may negatively impact us all. When there is a collective sense that mental health struggles are common, that life has inevitable ups and downs, and perhaps most importantly, that there are people and resources that can help us during those tough times, people are more likely to seek support for themselves or help others find the support they need. Seeking help, that is where there is real impact. Seeking help early to navigate life's challenges improves our well-being and prevents struggles from worsening. SAVE's second pillar is training. Education is crucial, but without the skills to intervene, it's simply incomplete. SAVE's training programs such as One Step Ahead, a 1-hour online training that empowers trainees to recognize the warning signs of suicide and equip them with the skills to support someone who is suicidal, or our Green Bandana Project, a youth and young adult program for high schools and colleges, give everyday people such as teachers, students, healthcare providers, first responders, friends and family, the tools to respond in a time of a mental health crisis. Imagine if every member of our community knew what to do if someone they loved was contemplating suicide. Imagine the lives that could be saved if we all had the confidence to ask, "Are you thinking about suicide?" and knew what to do when the answer is yes. It's essential that we invest in these programs not just for our students and professionals, but for everyone. Suicide prevention is everyone's responsibility, and these programs provide the tools to save lives. SAVE's third pillar is advocacy. While education and training empower individuals to act, systemic change is essential to address the broader factors that contribute to suicide. Advocacy means pushing for mental health care to be a priority and supporting policies that ensure access to mental health care for all, regardless of income, background, or location. SAVE also advocates for the protection of youth from tech companies that take advantage of vulnerable young minds, risking young people's health and safety for profit. We also advocate for policies that decrease access to lethal means of suicide. We've been to the legislature to secure funding to erect barriers on a local public structure where several people each year die by suicide. And we won't stop until those barriers are in place and saving lives. In the world of advocacy, we believe every voice matters. By raising our collective voices through SAVE's advocacy initiatives, we can ensure that government and organizations prioritize mental health and take the steps necessary to reduce the suicide rates. And SAVE's final pillar is supporting suicide loss survivors. This organization was founded 35 years ago by 6 couples who, after losing loved ones to suicide, struggled to find the specialized support that they needed to heal. Loss survivors are often burdened with complex emotions after a suicide loss, like confusion, guilt, shame, and isolation. Through our programs and services at SAVE, we aim to ensure that no one has to feel alone in their grief again. Our Grief Packet program provides free resources and information tailored to survivors and includes referrals to community programs and services specifically designed to support those affected by suicide. Support groups, both in person and online, serve as a vital lifeline, offering loss survivors a space to connect with others who truly understand their pain and can provide a community during which, these papers are going wild, which allows survivors to find support based on their location preference and their preference for in-person or virtual meetings. Communities play a crucial role in ensuring that suicide loss survivors are not left to grieve in silence. Every spring, SAVE hosts a memorial event in the Twin Cities where survivors can gather in hope and healing, fostering a supportive network. Additionally, survivors can access our online name memorial program year-round to create profiles honoring their loved ones lost to suicide. As we reflect on the impact of suicide on World Suicide Prevention Day, SAVE is also reiterating our commitment to action. Through education, we break down stigma. Through training, we empower everyone to act. Through advocacy, we change systems that too often fail those in need. And through supporting lost survivors, we offer healing and we offer hope. Suicide prevention is not the work of a single day, nor the responsibility of just a handful of organizations like SAVE. It is a collective effort. Each of us can be a part of the solution. As we leave here and move on with our days, I hope your time with us today is a reminder that every conversation you have about mental health and suicide matters. Even if the person you're supporting doesn't feel better right away, stick with it. Every time you reach out to someone who may be struggling, you are sending a message that they are cared for when they may be feeling just the opposite of that. Thank you for your time with us today. Let's remember the 3 words that brought us here today: help, heal, and hope. There is help. When there is help, we can heal. When we can heal, we can hope. Together we can save lives and prevent suicide. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. So Jen's remarks are just a reminder to me again of what good fortune and privilege I have to work with talented, committed, passionate people like Jen and Margaret, and Josie and Brittany and Morgan and Autumn and everybody else that's part of this organization. And it also makes it even more meaningful to me to be able to work with the board of directors that cares about this work very personally, very deeply, and very meaningfully. And so I'd like to kind of have us carry us out of this program here today is one of our board members, Phil Kluesner, whose parents were intimately involved in founding this organization, to kind of bring us out and end the program for today. Phil?
Thank you, Eric. First, what I'd like to say is, Erich and Erich staff. You're just doing wonderful, wonderful work. Our daughter passed away in '85. Our sister passed away in '85. And back then, there was nothing to go to. You couldn't go online. There was a significant stigma around suicide. And then in '87, my parents started SAVE around a kitchen table with two other couples. And then my brother passed away. Our brother passed away in '97. And both those deaths were very different. You know, my sister, we had no idea, zero idea. My brother struggled with depression most of his life. Had a lot of work with doctors and psychiatrists and medications. And, you know, they both ended up dying. And suicide's messy. It's messy and it's hard. And the work that SAVE has done over the last 34 years, and certainly in the past 2 years, has been phenomenal. And I want to thank you for being here and supporting our efforts and SAVE's efforts. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bill. That's our program for today, folks. And just a reminder is you're not alone. SAVE's here. Those of you who are next to you are here for you. If you need help, call or text 988. It's there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There are resources there that can help you if you're at crises or if you just need somebody to talk to. And I could say this all day long, but call or text 988. If you have an hour, please take an opportunity to scan this QR code either online, go to save.org and look up our One Step Ahead program. It's free. It gives you the opportunity to get the basic tools that you need to have a conversation with someone you care about suicide. Each of us makes a difference. Each one of us has a role to play in saving lives. And as Jen said in her ending, we came here for 3 words here today: to help, to heal, and to hope. And with that, thank you very much for being here today. Yeah, let's do that.